We'll see you in September
Everyone else?
playoffs.
Where's everyone else?
Damien was here. Now he's gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say he won't be far, bro.
No, he was here. He was here. He literally was here. I reckon his phone died.
Oh,
I reckon the brother's phone died because he was literally here and then he was like, zip, gone.
Gornskis.
Ah, here he is.
Gornskis.
No more haramai. No more hoki maki tēnei kaupapa. As we were saying before, we're going to treat this, these Kōrero sessions. Maybe this one is more like a therapy, a free therapy session over what has transpired last Thursday.
Right.
Anyway, how was everybody? Kia ora tāns, kia ora reo. How are you guys?
Sure.
Good, bro.
Yeah, good, my bro. Good, my bro. Over it. I'm glad it was a game on Thursday because by yesterday it was like, yeah, no, I'm starting to feel all right now. Ready to go back to work.
I just watched the replay today, actually, and I thought the first 30 minutes we were good.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was just, you know what, I was so pissed off because on Thursday I didn't watch the whole game and so I missed the first half actually. But that fucking
So did I.
I'll be straight off. I was pissed by freaking anyway. But that penalty that Dylan Walker gave away when they got there, when what's his name? Oh gosh, the halfback, is he the halfback? Tanner Boyd.
Yeah, halfback.
For that try when he. I'm like, bro, how long have you played footy for? And you want to give away a penalty by interfering in the fucking play of the ball? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and I mean, there's that, and there's like cameras on you everywhere. You know, so it's like, bro, do you honestly think you're gonna get away with it?
Yeah, I was just like, and then I saw him. I was just like, what a fucking dick. That was just a dick move. So Dylan, if you're watching, it was a dick move, bro. Like,
momentum changer.
And if he was, and I think if he didn't do that, we would have won that game. So I'm blaming it on him. It's all his fault.
Big
the
cool,
whole game,
big cool.
That
bloody Aussie.
It's a momentum shift.
The Aussie.
I don't know if it was that big of a momentum shift. We did have a chance to get back in the game, Tans.
Oh no, Penny, but I'm just saying that was just stupid.
Yeah.
Especially from a seasoned player who's, like, mate, come on, man. Leave the dumb shit to the young fellas that, might not know any better. But
we're expecting them to do dumb stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, the riff himself, the Wyatt Ryan, that was only his third NRL game. So he is literally a brand new ref. And it was a massive occasion. And I think, like you're saying, Tans, that first 30 minutes, I think he reffed all right. But then there were little indiscretions that he'd missed, and they were almost game changers for us. Some of the stuff that he was not calling, and kind of just letting slide, and it was just like, wow, bro, they were real momentum changes for us.
Sorry, keep going.
No, and I hate just blaming the ref, because it's not. It's like that's the easy way out, It's just like, the ref was shit, but it was like, no, he did make some really good calls, but there were calls that they like just didn't go our way. You're waiting for the whistle to go off, and it's just like, wow, play on, really.
I actually saw him ref 2 games. I've watched him ref a couple of games, and I just thought, well, he's new, so I suppose you've got to give him some move. But even in the other 2 games I've seen him officiate, I was like, bro, what the far out? What are you up to? I thought we were great, but I think that after that second try that AFB got, that's when the Titans just lifted their defensive game. And once that started happening and they held us back, yeah.
I was going to say too that sorry, Duns. I was going to say that definitely in the first half, the Titans speed at the play of the ball was killing us. And the flip side to that was our play of the ball was real sluggish. And we paid for it. We paid for it big time. They were just right on top of us, and it was they were killing us. They were killing us in that first half. We did pull it back that second half. But yeah, the momentum they were getting off those quick plays was just like, mate. They was far superior to our play of the ball.
Yeah. I mean, our completion rate was great. I didn't see what it was at the end of the game, but I know even at the 30-minute mark, we were still at 94% completion rate, which is excellent. But when you miss 40 tackles, that completion rate don't really come in. It doesn't really affect the momentum, if that makes any sense. But I even said last week, that Brian Kelly and Lofi Kōrero, man, they're a dangerous combo. They're a dangerous duo, those two. And you think they knew that because they fucking scored a try in the first half. You know, Brian Kelly offloads to Lofi, put him, you know, and then he goes down. And then second half, exactly the same thing.
Those two tries, the first try in the first half, first try second half, they were identical. And it was just like, exactly. and Dylan just, you know, instead of kind of staying on his mark, he, for whatever reason, he turned in. And I mean, you know, it was a nice flick pass, but yeah, had he stayed on his player, might have turned out different kind of thing.
You know what frustrates me the most about footy is when, and it doesn't matter if it's our boys or any team that I watch, actually, is the one out running. I fucking hate that when they just pass the ball, tackle, pass the ball, tackle. Like, you look at Penrith.
It is, bro.
You watch Penrith on the week. They're not scoring. They're not putting heaps of points on teams so far, but man, they fucking move that ball around just constantly. That ball is moving, and that's the only way you're going to find those defensive gaps or those defensive weaknesses in the other team is if you keep moving that ball around and putting players into gaps so you can find those weak links in that defensive line. And when you're doing run-out running, you have no chance of doing that, and you have no chance of making any meters or gaining any momentum.
Kia ora, everyone. I was just gonna jump in there. Kia ora, everyone. I was just gonna jump in there and say I agree with you tons, man. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but you know, when Roger was here before, you know, I feel like we fell into this trap of doing this 1-out stuff, especially our first sets. You know, running out 1-out, 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 and it's just easier to pick out. And I feel like it's almost like we've retreated back to it a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of it's annoying to watch because I think you know, obviously we know that if we're caught in our half, it's not like they're gonna pass the ball or anything. You know, we're gonna go forward, but just having runners on the side actually just keeps the defense honest. But because we run now, we're just getting picked apart, and then you know, I'm gonna just lead into something that was not just been annoying this week, but in previous weeks. The predictability in running in ones, but then they already know on that fifth tackle, these Warriors are going to kick it to the right-hand side corner. It's just, you know, I'm all for sticking to game plans, but I think we don't show enough variation to keep the defense honest, and that's what's annoying about the Warriors at the moment.
Yep. I agree.
I think even Towns picked it up last year about our predictability. I think you picked it up at like round 10 of last year on how predictable we are. And it's carried on.
We're doing the same thing that we did last season. We're still doing it 8 games deep into this season, still kicking to the right. And look, he kicked to the left there, you know, he kicked to RTS and Montoya's side that night. And what do you know? RTS scored a try. Of course, it was taken back because Egan knocked the ball on in the play of the ball. But do you know what I mean? Like, why always go to the right? You kick to the right, okay, so you've only got 2 to 3 attacking players on that right-hand side that have a chance of getting that ball back when you've got 9 other fucking players on the open side that could possibly do something.
In Webby and Sean Johnson's defence, it has been working.
Yeah.
You need those kick chase runners to make that first tackle, and then we need to like smuggle them in the second, third, and fourth tackle, but we're just not doing it. They're just running through us, and they're ending up way up on the halfway line on tackle 3 or tackle 4, and then they're way down over there. So whatever's happening is like we're not doing what we were supposed to be really good at, which is really concerning.
Yeah,
I mean, we were one of the best defensive teams in the comp. I mean, I think this. We were last season. We were like, I think we were third, weren't we?
Something like that, but we're not looking like that at the moment.
Far from it.
We're getting munched. We're getting munched through the middle. We're getting munched when we're trying to kick it deep into their 20, and they're just walking all the way up, and we're just like, holy crap, what's going on here?
Something's got to change. Like, I've seen heaps of posts on Facebook, people like even Timothy Martin, but when I watched the replay today, I was like, actually, Timothy Martin's all good. He's one of those running halves, kind of like what Luke Brooks is for Manly. Kind of thing, you know, like you've got Daly Cherry Evans that controls the game with his boot, you know, with his kick and all that stuff, and then you've got that running dummy half, and I think that's what Timothy Martin is.
Yeah, if he can bring that.
Yeah, pardon?
I was going to say, yeah, he definitely can bring that. But carry on. Sorry.
No, I'm just scared. Like I am. I'm nervous. I watched the Knights game. I don't know if you caught the Knights game, but that young fullback.
I don't want to watch that game. I didn't want to watch the Knights game. That's how worried I am. I don't want to watch how good they are at the moment.
It's like the nightmares, bro.
I'm looking
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm being real. I'm being real, guys. I'm not looking forward to this game against the Knights, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Because it's 12. Yeah, because it's 12 playing 13th this weekend, eh? So
Are the boys showing their age?
What's that?
Are the boys showing their age? You know, we've got probably one of the oldest teams in the comp now, and that, you know, like we're pretty old in comparison to like Penrith and the Bulldogs, and I mean even fucking Bulldogs are an 8. They're in the top 8 for crying out loud.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Hopefully for now, eh? But
for now.
I guess my answer to that question, are we too old? I just want to come back to the point you brought up there, Nick, around you know, there is a point to this game plan, right? It's to get it to their right hand side, settle it there, and then defend them there. And I feel like we're not finishing that off. And what we're actually doing too is we're causing penalties to get them all the way back up the other side too. So you know, if we saw a bit more of, you know, us being more controlled and defending them down there, you know, I'd be a bit more happy with their predictability. But also, I guess what's challenging for me too is that when they kick it there, even when there's chances to challenge it, they're actually just waiting for it to come down. And I guess, you know, you probably don't want to knock it on or something, but it's like, shucks. Sometimes you just want the boys to have a dig to like actually, you know, make them think there's something else going to happen. And I think to that point around, are we too old? My hope is that we're old and we're experienced, and you'll be a bit more mature out there. But I also think, besides the predictability, I also think the other side is our attitude. Like defense's attitude more than anything. Like all of these boys know how to tackle. They probably train it so much during the week and throughout the whole preseason, and you know they've been growing up in the game. But it looks like they're not going in with like any like, you know, want to actually tackle sometimes. It actually looks like it's an attitude thing as much as it is a game plan thing for me. So are we too old? I don't know. I think sometimes we look like, oh yeah, we're up 12-0, you know, we're going to smoke these dudes, and then, you know, next 60 minutes, we're gone, you know? So I think it's an attitude thing.
But then we've got that new fucking rule that's come in, that disruptor rule. Now that just sounds like a character out of a fucking Transformers movie, but anyway.
Disruptor.
Like, so are the boys, you know, are teams reluctant now to contest the ball? Well, at least try to, in case they get penalised for a disruptor. I mean, it's happened to us. It's happened to a couple of teams, but then it doesn't happen to every team. You know, like there was a couple of it looked like. But anyway, I'm just saying, is that why players now, even our boys, other teams, are not playing the ball, but they're playing the man? Instead, they're waiting for that player to catch that ball and then just tackle them instead of trying to play the ball. And like you said, Ty, risk a penalty or a error.
Hey, definitely could be in the mindset when they're there, but it just feels like they're trying to. Well, my perception when watching it feels like they're trying to stick to the game plan, but they're not fulfilling it as a team.
Yeah,
That's what I feel is going on.
Yeah.
I think another big thing to remember is how fucking injured we are right now too, right?
Yeah.
I think last I saw we had 8 regular starters out injured, which is a fucking heap.
Yeah.
So I know it's going to be a little while until some of those boys get back, but fuck, I think it'll make a big difference if they were there now. You were talking earlier about the mighty Martin being a good running 5'8" and whatnot. Well, I think Luke Metcalf would be even more so, but he's gone for fuck knows how long.
Yeah. I was going to say too, bro, that like Jacob Laban, I thought he went all right. You know,
until he had that big fucking issue that led in that try. But he caused a big fucking try, unfortunately, and that's just purely his inexperience.
Yeah, but he had when I watched that on review, so Laban outran the Tanner Boyd, but Dylan Walker was on his inside, and Dylan Walker didn't slide, and that's where the gap was. So the young fella was he'd overshot it, but I think he was back in that his mate had his inside shoulder. And it was just because I was on review. It did, like when you look at it initially, it's like that was Laban's fuck up, but actually it was the pair of them. Young fella overshot and had no one covering him.
Sorry, I'm just getting too ahead of myself. You shouldn't have defensive gaps that big in your fucking defensive line anyway. You could park a fucking truck through it.
Yeah, well, Dylan should have been there, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
And
so
and like any good half, he spotted it, and he's like, "Bro, that's me," and he finished it. So.
Fair
Tigers were never going to be an easy game at all. Like, you know, I mean, they almost beat Canberra, but they were just never going to be an easy beat. Not with the pace they've got and their big forwards. I thought Zion coming on, bros. I thought he was mad.
Energy.
I thought he played well.
And I thought the only reason we scored those 2 tries was because of him, because of just the energy he brought onto that field. Man, he was doing the Fita Paliacina, you know, he was just, and you saw that as soon as he came on, you know, that lifted Adam Fanua-Blake, and he went over for that try, but he only played 13 minutes. Like, you know, all the energy he brings, and you're going to allow him to only play 13 minutes. You know, at least
apparently
give him 10.
Apparently that is part of a game that he is working on, though, is his motor. Apparently it's not the biggest motor in the world right now, so hopefully a bit more game time. He'll be able to put more minutes out there.
Yeah, and you want to bleed them in nice and slow. Last thing you want to do is kind of throw young guys in there, especially against experienced campaigners, because they will blow their ass. Yeah. So you do. We'll be taking his time and giving them small minutes, just keeps them hungry.
Definitely.
Well, I suppose it's the win or lose situation. I mean, you can play them 13 minutes and then put tired players back on the fucking field, but I don't know. I'm no coach. I'm just
couch coach. You're couch coach, Tans. Like the rest of us.
I'm not overly disappointed. We came back. It was only a 3. You know, there were 3 points in it, but we just couldn't get over that line again. And I don't know why we can't, because we've got strike power all across the paddock.
I think their score definitely flatters. The score flatters us a lot. The score does not, for me, doesn't represent. It does not represent how that game went. There's only a 3-point score, but that's just
and unfortunately, our confidence in our mentality is not in a great state right now. You know, so it's going to be hard to score 3 points. It's going to be hard to score 20 points.
Yeah. Hate to say it, bro.
I was watching that replay today. Now, someone, if you can just watch it from your laptop, I don't know, but that Tanner Boyd try, did that fucking touch the ground? Because I had to rewind it on my phone and watch it, and then I watched I was like, bro, did that even touch the grass? And I'm serious. I don't think I was seeing things, but
don't think it matters.
But I don't think it touched the grass. It might be my mentality, but I'm like, bros,
could have been touching a boot or a water bottle, and it still would have been a try.
We got beat.
I got the replay up now, and I think where I think it touched try is when he first landed, so the bottom of the ball hit, and then when the replay is more like trying to tip the top over. So I think on the bottom hit the first.
You can turn under it, eh?
Yeah, but it looked like it bounces on the line and then onto his hand.
Oh,
that's what I feel like watching it. But hey. Yeah, I'm like, fuck this game now. Let's get to
I'm out.
I just want to break for just for a moment, and we'll come back to the game. But I just want to say it was really good seeing you at the game, Reo.
Yeah. I do remember seeing you, bro. You and your beautiful whānau, bro.
Tēnā koe. Give us a rundown. How did the whole day go? You flew in, and then what happened?
So me and the bro got to the stadium. His whānau picked us up, dropped us off, and dropped us off at the Lily World, and we pretty much just started drinking from there. So by the time the kickoff started, we were already drunk, and we and we didn't even make it to our seats. We were kind of like stumbling in front of the south stand.
Oh no!
Where the security guys are, and then we lost each other, and then we were trying to You
were those guys.
I'm trying to find the bro. He's trying to find me, and it was just like, mate, walking around the stadium, just and the security guys are like, bro, you can't stand here, and I was like, oh yeah, sorry, bro. Move a couple of meters down, bro. You can't stand here either. Oh yeah, sorry, bro. Yeah, and
sounds like a good day, bro.
Yeah, it was actually. Besides the result, I mean, I can't even remember when the crowd went quiet, because there were times when the crowd were just into it, and I was just like, yeah, this is mean. This was worth coming up for. And then hello.
There was a period just before halftime where it was dead silent in that place, man. Pin drop.
That was the last 10 minutes of the first half, when we're doing that 1 out carrying thing. That's what
it was dead. It was so silent. There could be like 10 people in that stadium.
Damn. So it's probably good we didn't see that side of it. But like shout out to Kiri Topa. Seen him up at the Lily World. He had this mean, like, it looked like a multi-battalion army hat on, and it was styly, bro. It was styly.
Shout out to the bro.
Yeah, it was good to see him. And I saw Ed. Didn't see Daniel. But yeah, just a few of the boys. Shout out to Ed. Yeah, like I mean, it's just it's an awesome atmosphere with when you're catching up with mates and stuff, and but I'd overshot the mark by forgetting about the game.
You just having a good time, bro.
Yeah, pretty much, bro.
Just come up to Auckland to have a good time, bro.
I was screaming that loud at the TV. I'm sure I had spit coming out my mouth.
There was that moment though in the game where, like any Warriors fan, you thought, we've got this. We don't deserve it, but we don't deserve to win the game, but it looks like we might actually win it.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
So what
I was going to say, bro.
What needs to change? I mean, I'm hoping they fucking do their video.
Well,
I mean, they had 3 days off, like we said in the post-match. He said, they got 3 days off, which I think is fantastic for the boys to just get some, maybe much needed time with their whānau and their kids and just chill. Focus, get back to training today, do some video work, and just be like, well, like something needs to change, because we can't go in. We got really a couple of games. Really important. Actually, every game is important, but we've got some big games coming up in the next few weeks.
And Penrith.
We can't go up against these sides doing the same shit.
I think goes back to what Ty was saying. The whole it is an attitude. It's that top 2 inches, and the whole because you could see it on the different individuals, the players like Montoya. I think Montoya, definitely Dylan. Once their confidence dropped, it was just like they just kind of lost their way. Dylan taking that hit up and then trying to flick the ball out to Shawnee. It's like he never does that, and it's just like, oh, bro, like he done some mean hit ups, like he took a prop on and smashed him, But again, that was the Titans putting pressure on us, and just those dumb penalties. Again, what Ty was saying before, those penalties were just like,
something needs to change, because like this is the 3rd game in a row now where you could copy and paste pretty much, like Manly we drew, and then we got smoked by the Dragons, and then we only lost by 3 points in this one, but for me,
I was going to say too, bro.
Weapon.
One of the good things that came out of the weekend was that the Dragons got fucking smashed. It
Oh,
was a 60-18. My Roosters. That was good news. Yeah, I actually felt good after that. So yeah,
it's glad you felt great because I felt like 60 plus 30. We got beaten by 90 in 2 weeks. But in terms of things changing, you know, again, I think if the game with anything,
he's not going to make any big changes. He's not that guy.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I've seen some real wild takes out there around this should change or this should change around the game plan. If I had to be honest, I feel like doesn't matter what you run, you just got to execute it well. And if we're talking about a game plan, if we are doing this kick to this right hand side, like we better be on and making sure we don't cause any penalties and keep them down there. Like we're just not seeing that. So you know, don't need to kind of change all of that. The only thing I would point to, and I haven't seen much people talk about this, but if we really look at all our games where we've fallen over, is that we do really well for the first 10, 20 minutes. And we seem to go through this lull period. Now, what I've kind of seen that's kind of, and I probably have to go back and make sure I'm correct on this, but what I've seen though is that usually around that time is when we take Aiden and that off. Because when our props go off, we start to see a lump in terms of our, I guess, go forward and everything. So maybe there's an interchange thing that needs to change instead of pulling Aiden off early, keep him till the end of the half and maybe give him the 10, 20 after the break. I don't know, but maybe interchange needs to change around just a little bit so we kind of get through that period where we can actually see the half out and then see what happens in the second half. But yeah, that's all I can see.
Another potential idea is to bring Barney off the bench. Start with Adam, bring out Barney when Adam goes off. That way we've always got one of our fucking alphas out there.
Who's gonna prop with Adam?
Fuck, I don't even mind if someone like Tom Arles started, to be honest.
I thought you were gonna say Adam Pompey.
To be honest, man, I'd rather Adam Pompey be out there than Montoya. I think Montoya needs some fucking time in cut, bro. His confidence is fucking gone.
Yeah,
bro.
Look, I thought RTS had some mean carries in that first half, or maybe the whole game. But fuck, it's just frustrating because we know as fans and just footy people, you know, footy heads, how good they are. But
speaking of Roger too, he put on a good hit on that young fella Haas. Yeah, like mean as hit, but that young fella got up super fast, and I was just like, it's almost like Roger's still kind of getting used to what he has to do to,
Well,
mean hit.
If he's got a number one on his back, he knows what to do.
It's a hard position playing centre. That's why I was so adamant that he should have been spending as many minutes as possible in this preseason trials and stuff at centre. It's going to take a while to figure that position out, defensively especially.
Figure out that puzzle. Going back to what you're saying, Ty, I think Adam actually plays quite deep into the first half, bro. For a lot of our games, I'm actually calling for him to get off. But soon, I think in the last game I've got here, he played 27 minutes in the first one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's going off 10 minutes earlier or 15 minutes earlier. Like if he sees that out, I'm not to say that's going to answer all the problems, but there has to be some change at that 20 to 30 minute mark because that's where things are just going pear-shaped. Yeah,
you're right.
They always, I mean, so it's usually at the 20-minute mark, Dylan Walker will come on, right? Half-hour mark, probably be Tom Alley. But I actually agree. I don't think Tom Alley will be a bad starter. I think, maybe chuck him on. I mean, I was thinking of even today, I was like, man, you know, like a lot of Jazz and Bunty aren't back to round 14. Oh, and Marata, round 14,
round 14, Marata.
So we've pretty much got Laban, and I'm assuming they'll be playing again. We know we're playing Saturday.
Yep.
Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday game.
That's
Sunday,
right.
4 p.m.
I mean,
I'll tell you what, Barney. Sorry, Tans. Barney's really stepped his game up. He's putting his hand up for those New South Wales selectors. You know the way I just love the way he defends, man. And you know those late offloads when he's taking a hit up, you can see he's trying to. If he gets half a chance, he'll offload that ball. But otherwise, he just takes it up, takes those hit ups.
Career best form, in my opinion.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Absolutely.
I was going to say as well that I'm I'm not as concerned about our attack. You know, we're always talking about RTS and maybe moving to the wing and Tamari Martin. I know it's concerning that we can't get over the line. We're kind of camped on opposition's try line, but I'm not that concerned with that. I'm actually really concerned at how, and we've already said it, right? Our defense.
Mm-hmm.
Our defense is a worry. Way more worried about that than who's going to play on the wing and you know who's our half and is our kicking option, and that I'm okay with that more so than I'm not like 100% okay with it, but I'm okay with that more so than I am with our defense. I think our defense like needs to really shore up our defense.
In my opinion, it's our mindset. We sort our fucking mindset out, our defense will pick up, but there's just such a lull in confidence.
Yeah.
I don't think it's confidence. I just think I don't think we panic, but I just think, you know, like after that second try that AFB got and they stepped up their defence and we couldn't find a way through, I think we kind of break apart because we can't, you know, we're trying to look for something, but we just can't find it. And I think, you know, we kind of lose focus on the game plan pretty much, and we're just trying to fucking come up with something, but we can't find that way through. And I think if they just stick to the game plan, but exactly like you said, Ty, stick to the game plan, but execute it well, the points will come. But you've also got to trust your inside man. Like this edge defence, and we had problems with this last season, huge problems last season with our edge defence on both sides, more so the left. But that needs to change quick, smart. That edge defence needs to.
Yeah. Because I think if you look at the last 3 games in particular, you know, it's like there's definitely a well, not that the rot starting to set in, but I tend to agree with Damien, and it's because you've got to be able to trust your outsides, and if you've got a mate that misses one tackle, it's like okay, but if they miss 2 or maybe 3, then it just fucks with your head, you know, because you're trying to do your job and cover your mate and stop the opposition, and you know it's like you should be solid, like 100%. Nah, my bro's got my back.
And it's not there.
And it just hasn't happened. The last 3 weeks, it hasn't happened.
Why are those missing those tackles? If they're doing their fucking can someone tell me when they're doing their video work, they're doing it on the team that they're going to be playing too, don't they? It's not just video work on themselves. They actually
no doubt could be on the opposition coming up.
Yes,
I mean, like you said, if you miss one or 2 tackles, and you know, but you're missing fucking 40 something in a game. That's just no, bro. That is just, you should dock all their pays by a couple of $100,000.
Some of them
we didn't know what to watch stars.
Some of them only getting paid 100,000.
You miss a try, G's, brother.
No, it was shocking. It was shocking, the tackle, the drop tackle count. Talking about how like your inside man kind of like misses a tackle, then you jam in. Pretty sure Rocco missed an important one, and then it turned into a try. But then the next play, that Dallin comes in to help him out, right?
But he made some good fucking tackles.
But he made some, exactly. He's been solid. He's been solid for over a year.
Yeah. And that's the opposition just backing themselves too. You know, the opposition are always gonna, you know, if they sniff half a break, half a gap, whatever, they're gonna back themselves. You know, and just go, yep. If he's
busy out on that field, Rocco. I think he's fucking busy. He's the main kick chaser in the whole team. You know, like he's doing a lot of mahi out there, man. And I think people don't appreciate that about him. If you watch the game, man, this guy is just running constantly.
I think fans do appreciate him. I mean, but back to what you're saying, he's the kick chaser.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Dallin can't come in and kick chase because it's going down that side, so Dallin's not chasing it, it's just him.
Yep, that's the problem. It's only going down that side.
So is it maybe, and you've said this before, Damien, you know, like whenever the expectation is high on the Warriors, we haven't done too well. I've heard you say that before. Is the expectation just too high for the boys?
And I again put it down to a lot of injuries. You know, that's a lot of experience sapped out of a team.
Yeah, so
you take 8 starters out of any team, they're going to struggle.
Marata, Capewell, Jazz. flipping
Luca. Yeah.
So
Luca
pretty much our whole
Mikiafi.
bench, our whole interchange is pretty much injured. Well, Dylan's just come back, but it pretty much was our whole
Because
apart from Tomali that's injured at the moment.
Because we could be sitting ducks until these reinforcements come back in round 14 after our bye, right?
Don't say
Sadly.
that.
No, but I'm just being realistic. I was actually nervous going into the Titans game. I'll be like, oh, this don't feel good looking at that team. So we've got Knights, Roosters, Panthers, Dolphins, bye. Then we go to Townsville.
So what did you say? Knights, Roosters, Panthers. Oh, fuck.
Panthers,
Dolphins, and then the Cowboys. Ooh.
Then the bye. And
Yeah.
then we've got the Cowboys.
And not to put it even more fair is that we're expecting them all to come back in round 14 and just play 100%.
And just
they're still carrying a little bit.
Yeah, that's if they make it back on time, right?
That's if they make it back.
Woo! So
it's gonna test
great times.
Yeah. I was gonna say. So the
Great times.
optimist in me is like Webby's anticipated these kind of moments or times or whatever. When he's low on troops. I reckon he has
injuries.
Bro. I reckon he is. He's too like he's turned our club around for starters. So that whole in Webby we trust. Now is the time to start really lean into that. Because it's like, mate, I reckon, he's doing the best of what he's got, and he still instills the faith in the boys. Just those little things we need to work on, critique, and execution. Yeah, we execute the way we're meant to, the way we know we can. Then we'll we'll pull those games back. It's going to be hard the next 4 or 5 rounds. They're going to be hard anyway. Full stop,
And I've said this before. It's going to test our loyal fandom.
Yeah.
I think even people on some shit on social media were calling it. But I was just like, bro, I think was it this post match, or it might have been the Dragons, where it looked like he was smiling throughout the whole post match interview, and I'm just like, that man angry. Like no coach sits there with so much they lose, by 18 points and sits. Because he just sat there, looked like he was smiling during the whole interview. I was like, that motherfucker mad.
Yeah.
I was just like, this guy,
He plays his cards close. He's like that.
He's such a poker face.
Professional,
But I would like to see a ruthless side of him. I would like to see a ruthless edge to him.
Well, he could be, but what he shows to the public is, you got to be professional, and you got to be professional and not give too much away about what it is that you and your boys talk about in the sheds. So maybe he is ruthless, with his boys, gets them one-on-one and be like, bro, you fucked up,
behind closed doors. I've seen some photos of him at trainings and stuff, and he's looking fucking furious.
Oh, okay.
I think he's got that ability to be a pretty angry ginger,
Good.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a bit of that. Just want to say shout out to Kelly Kōrero, who says the best thing is the bandwagoners are disappearing. Boys at work are all quiet. Me still hearty.
Nice.
The boys will come right. Still early days. He says the boys will come right. Still early days.
That's it.
That's the one, bruv.
Gotta keep swimming for now.
Yeah. Keep the faith.
Yep. There's a big ocean coming.
Really stresses me out. I mean,
What was that, Tons?
No, it just really stresses me out because we watch the game and I'm just like,
we know what we're capable of.
Yeah, I mean,
we've seen
we're worthy of greatness, and it's just like
what we can do.
Play with that attitude, not. Don't come from a place of ego though. Just know that, bro. What did I do that for? I'm better than that. You, Dylan Walker. Fucking hell. I don't need to do stupid shit in order to win a game. You stick. You just don't do stupid shit and risk a penalty when you're only 10 meters out from you're 10 meters out from your try line. Why
he has had a lot of time off. He's had a lot of time off, that guy. And he's watched the team, and it must be real tough for a player to sit on the sidelines and watch the team go out there, and you'd be like, crap, I'm not.
Well, that's even more of a reason not to do stupid shit.
Oh, I'm not condoning stupid stuff. I'm not condoning it.
Desperation, you know.
Yeah. Unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, those brain fades. It's just like, bro, just keep it real, man. Keep it real. Stay focused, you know.
Yeah.
But sorry, I've talked too much already.
All good. I was just going to touch on one thing around the kind of attitude and mindset stuff. I think, you know, Webby said this at the start, right? Is that the team that the hunted going to become the hunted. And I feel like that's what we're seeing, you know, with some of these lower teams. They're trying to take us off, you know, and I feel like we're not playing with the same desperation, like attitude for the whole game. We see it in the first 20 minutes. Like we know how good we are because we see that first 10 minutes. Well, not every game, but most games we look good. And that Storm second half, like we got it. We've got the ingredients there, even if we've got all the injuries. But it's like we got to sustain it for a whole game, and I feel that's what's letting us down. We're just not executing for 80 minutes.
We've always been like that, though. Like this isn't you know, like we've always been like that. We've come in, we've played a mean 20 minutes, and then we just fall off. But we play a mean you know, the first half, 20 minutes of the first half, sweet, and then the last 20 minutes of the second half, or the last 10 minutes of the second half, we play mean. It's like, brother, what happened to the other half now in between?
I thought we were gone past those days. I thought
they've tricked back.
No, they're back, bro. They are back. 100%.
They've definitely tricked back.
They're like, g'day, kia ora, everyone.
Yeah, back again.
Haven't seen you guys.
COVID warriors are back.
Haven't seen you guys for a whole 12 months. Here we are. Nah, look, you know, I can joke around and everything, but I don't think it's major problems. But having all these injuries definitely is not going to help. But man, these teams will be looking at us, bro. These teams, these 4 teams coming up, will be looking at us just going, yeah, we're going to smash them.
Well, especially because they'll be looking at, you know, even the coaches of the other teams and the teams, they'll be looking at our interchange like, bro, like they've lost their no Marata, you know. And
they just need to attack down that left-hand side, you know, like
no Jazz, no Bunty. So our starting 17, well, especially our 4 major interchange players aren't there. You know, and so teams will be looking at that for sure. Coaches will, they'll be like, bro, like if we can beat them anywhere, it'll be in those moments where they put just with Laban and Zion, I suppose, just putting those ones that don't have first grade experience, you know.
Well, look at Fafita on the weekend. He was just like, yo, give me the ball. I'm running straight at Johnson and Laban.
Did you see him again though, bro, when they were up on our line? Did you see David Fafita jump into and play dummy half?
Yeah, that's scoop.
Did you see him? I was like, there's slimy guy. Lucky he didn't score there, but as soon as I seen him down there, I was like, bro. And I just wish, it's like, bro, why don't we do that? Like, why don't, when Egan play the ball, why isn't Barnett there in the play of the ball or AFB, or that just thinks like that?
Yeah, and he probably can get away with it because he scored sometimes, but I'll be honest, if we start looking like we're running from dummy half on the line and we're doing 1-outs on the line, I'll be fucking, this is going backwards because that's what I did in under 10s, you know, like we didn't use that ball.
Give me the ball.
But David Fafita, you know, he's shown time and time again, if he gets a little bit of a half gap on that, he can bowl over anyone.
Yeah.
And it's always a mismatch. Like he ran over tops of what I think Johnson and Laban and someone else. I can't even remember who it was, but like it was just a mismatch in size. Like you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop this 130.
But if you're a big body and you're you know you're in that play of the ball, and if you're a big body and you look in front of you and there's SJ and fucking whoever, like of course you'll just be like, bro, I'm just going to fucking go straight over you, and that's what I mean. Like try something, just change it up a bit. You know, like we used to be really. They used to call us just off the cuff.
You know what we're missing?
What?
We're missing Luke Metcalf to overcall fucking SJ, run the ball and score a try. Like that's who we're missing. We're missing that dude to just like overcall everyone, do a couple of steps, little jig. You know, he's got a couple of plays that way. It's always going to SJ now. It's just like always going that way.
Yeah. I was going to say too, bro, Fafita got away with like charging to Mighty's leg. I mean, it wasn't as bad as what happened to SJ, but the ref didn't. There was no penalty. He got put on report for it, and when Wade hurt his knee, when you watch on review, it looked like Fafita put his foot out. It almost looked like he tried to foot trip him, and again he got away with it. And it's just like, bro, this guy.
Dirty.
That's
yeah.
That's what I was saying a while back. Though you get refs, and I think each ref has a pet peeve. You know, one of them probably high tackles, one's probably the leg lift. Now this, do you know what I like? That's what I've kind of noticed is that each ref has this thing that they're more.
Yep. They won't let it slide, kind of thing. It's their thing.
Yeah, that won't let it slide.
Yeah.
But something's got to happen. Like, please, God, please. No, because I get really stressed out and like really fucking eats at me. I'm just like, bro, fucking hell.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'd never pick it up there, Tons.
But I think
I'm feeling you. All right, feeling you. Yeah,
we're all feeling
it. Yeah. I was gonna say too, like after Roger scored that second half, there was that interesting sequence of play where they kicked off. We got a mean roll on, got to our fourth tackle, and then the ref put a stop to the game for HIA, and I was like, wow, really, ref?
I noticed. Yeah, that was the momentum killer.
Yeah, it just killed it big time.
I really think
it was hard not to think that. Yeah, it was just like because we were rolling through them. And it's just like, no, you know, this guy needs to go off. And I was like, right now, ref?
Yeah.
How many times? Yeah.
Sometimes it happens, and it didn't happen with Tohu. One game we had there, and we were
the Melbourne game. The Melbourne game last year, was that the one?
Could have been, but it's just happened at the worst times, like when you're just right here, Nick Minute Bird. Hey, yeah, HIA. It's like, oh, man.
I think that was the game where Tohu was like down and injured, and Storm just played on.
Well,
that was disgusting.
They played on because the ref didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And that's what the good teams do. The top line teams. It's like
just carry on.
Yeah,
you got a man down there. This is play on. Ref's gonna blow the whistle or not.
This young fullback though for Newcastle is not to be underestimated at all. He was mean.
He great for my fantasy team. That's one thing.
He was what?
It was great for my fantasy team. That's one thing.
Actually, can we just take a pause? Can we just take a pause? I need to do some admin with the NRL fantasies. Aroha mai whānau. I haven't done this in a couple of weeks. Reasons for that is because Upperwise TV is doing so we got Sure Shots. Sure Shots. We got Deadly Eels. We got Just a Matter of Faith, and we got the Point England Fantos. That's not me, by the way. That's Ty.
Nice, bro.
A couple of others, and who cares about the rest? But sorry, haven't done this in a while. Kind of given up on it. Obviously I suck. So yeah.
Coming for you, Sure Shots.
I actually had to go into the terms and conditions and figure out how to delete my fucking I was like, hey, delete
they want you to stay.
Yeah, you're there for the season.
They want you to stay and feel all the pain.
Yeah.
Every 27 rounds of pain.
Hey.
So that's Sure Shots. Big ups to Sure Shots. Don't know about your logo though, cuz. Might have to kick you out of the whole
and Deadly Eels. What's that, Deadly Eels?
Oh, really?
No.
Yep. I might have to just actually delete everyone and just have us. East Coast Bays.
No, not the Storm.
East Coast Bays, you can stay. Oh, what's up with this Storm?
Damn.
Might have to do some house cleaning.
Yeah.
Might have to do a bit of house cleaning here, Fando.
Got to cut the infiltrators there, bro.
Only joking. It's all fun.
One thing I will say about Fantasy Times, if you're wanting to look for happiness, you go and put your other players of other teams in your fantasy team, and if they win, you win. So
that's the only benefit.
Trade some players, but you're only allowed to do like 2 trades, and I'm just like, well, what? I don't know how to work it. This is my first time, and then. Like the Bulldogs had a bye, so I had no Kara. Yeah. Did the Bulldogs have a bye? Yeah, they did. So I had no Kara, but like if I do this again next season, mate, I'll have a player from every different fucking team. I swear.
Well,
like all her players had like 29, 27, 16. I'm like, oh, you fucking.
I feel me and Damien should have told you guys that it's a trap. Don't ever get into fantasy because you get stuck forever. Actually, the best thing to do is walk away from it or live your whole life around it.
Brilliant goal for me.
What's wrong with
Did you guys notice, like, because of the ANZAC Day games with the one extra game, so there was 3 games on ANZAC Day, and I'm just curious if that the NRL are going to stick to those 3 games, because if they do, then the Warriors are always going to have an afternoon game on ANZAC Day. You know what I mean? If they go back to 2 games, obviously they'll be over there, but by giving it to us, they created their one extra spot. It serves themselves, but the upside is that, well, one, we'll get to play on ANZAC Day, and we should anyway, but it begs the question, are we always going to play the Titans? Or I would have loved to have seen us play someone like Manly or Paras or even the Rabbitohs, but some of those more traditional clubs, the Sydney clubs. I don't know. It was something that I noticed from the weekend. Just putting it out there, bro. Putting it out there. That, and there were some real lopsided scores.
Yep. A lot of those.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I thought, yay, we're going from the Storm to Titans. Fuck, surely we're going to get a win.
I was hoping, bro.
Different date, different team, same result.
Mm-hmm.
And that's got to really hurt for the players too. That's got to really sting for those ones that have been with the Warriors for a while. That's going to sting hard.
Even the good teams, I think, like Penrith, and I just said this before, they're not putting many points on teams. Actually, it's taking them a while to actually put points, like even against the Tigers, which was an absolute shit call against Upper Kōrero. But anyway, you've had some, it's just a weird season of footy. Look at Canberra. They got absolutely fucking choked.
Yep. Do you know why, though?
Why is that, bro?
You know why the Raiders have got smoked? Sadly, they're going to get smoked for a while. They got no Fogarty. They got no kicker. Fuck?
No one else can kick?
Yeah.
No one else has kicked all fucking year, bro. As I said to you a few weeks ago, it's all Fogarty. As soon as Fogarty's gone, fucked.
Yeah.
Well, they've got Kōrero Weeks and Ethan Strange, eh?
Yep, and neither of them are really massive kickers.
They're both debutants, man, and you're putting them in, and you've got them as in your spine.
And you look at the rest.
That's going to affect any team.
Surely
you look at the rest of the back line. You look at the rest of the Raiders back line. It's like a under 20 team.
Yeah, it's very young. Well, actually, maybe there's a good segue there, Damien, because obviously Raiders rely on Fogarty's game, and we've been seeing reports that Shaun Johnson's been dealing with an Achilles injury. Now, if he goes down, are we fucked?
Yes, 100%.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I said to this before the season started. If Adam Fanua-Blake or Shaun Johnson goes down, fucked.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did you notice in the weekend to Mighty, the 2 kicks that he took, it didn't look like he was 100% confident. Like he took them, and that was all good. But I think that was more because there was no one else to. I think Shawnee had got caught up on the play of the ball. So yeah, it was just like
we've gone from like a team with too many halves, and we're now down to we're actually a team with only two halves, and they're on the field.
I like somebody Martin. I don't know why people are. I like him. I think at least he tries to fucking find something.
Martin's not a problem.
At least he makes, and that's what I was saying. I think he's that ball carrying half, 5'8", and he just needs to stay over there. And I'm just going to do my thing over here and try and do something to open up, my side. It doesn't fucking work out, but at least he's trying to get through, it's just fucking.
I think he ended up kicking it because that was the play, and because SJ got caught out in the ruck one play prior, he stuck to the plan. He
Well,
he just didn't look that confident kicking.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't mind Te Maire Martin at all. I actually fucking thank God we've got him.
Yeah.
And I think
someone out there with less experience.
Yeah, I agree. And I think Te Maire Martin's best qualities is support play. We've seen, especially that Rabbitohs game, his support play was there. And I think part of it is like the team has to get going when he starts to get going himself. But I think just the point around Sean Johnson and, kind of relating back to Fogarty, he doesn't have that deep kicking game. I think in an NRL, at this level, you have to have a kick where you can actually bury it in that corner and actually, if the boys are in trouble, they can get it out. And, it's not part of his skill set. So I think not actually blaming him if Sean Johnson was out. It's just like, who else is going to take those big kicks when we need to get out of our half? And it's just like, who are we looking at?
It's not part of Egan's game either, so we can't. So like the only one that can really cover in there when I'm looking at our team, or thinking about our team, Taine Tuopiki.
Can he kick like that?
I think if Sean SJ went down, I think you'd see our halves, and that would be Te Maire Martin and CHT.
I mean, like
Chanel can do it now and then.
If I'm talking about like currently, right? Currently, because Chanel's injured.
Taine
Tuopiki can kick. I saw him play Kiwi A's. He can actually take goal kicks as well.
Nice.
But then
again, I think he'd be pretty destructive in the halves. Actually, Taine Tuopiki. He's got that footwear. I think he'd be all right as a probably not as. He might be a good 5'8".
I don't know. I think I'd rather see him as a fullback running it. Obviously, he can't. Anything can happen. He might be in there with all the bloody injuries and luck we're having. But what about bring back Adam Pompey? We mentioned his name earlier on. Like,
well,
dude can tackle, dude can pass, and dude can kick.
But obviously, Webby doesn't like to change. Obviously, he's all about just getting these boys to fall into I don't know, like
a trap.
Well, no, I think he's thought about playing those games and not just dropping a player because they've had 12 bad games in a row.
Maybe 2 years of bad rows.
Put it back out there. I trust him. Fucking 15 fucking times. But, something needs to happen, definitely, and it needs to happen this week because of. It needs to happen.
What about Paul Roach? Can he play?
Well, we only seen him play 2 minutes, so no one else knows if he's fucking good or not because he only played 2 minutes the last
2 minutes
time.
of the other game, and I haven't watched.
Has he got a kicking game? Can Roach kick or no?
I don't know. He just looks nifty out of hooker from the New South Wales game.
Nifty.
If SJ goes down, then we're going to have serious problems in our halves. And maybe Tuopiki might get a shot. I mean, hard to say.
Yeah.
But I'd be. I mean, this is just me. They're hard games coming up, but I'd almost be tempted to rest SJ if his Achilles is that bad.
You just said that if he goes down, we're screwed.
I'd want to rest him, bro. I definitely want to rest him.
The only game you could risk,
when
the only game you could risk resting him would be this week. Why
would you put more importance on what you're basically saying is like
the following week and then Penrith after that. So
and then the Dolphins. All those four teams in my mind are just as good as each other on their day.
I'd still want to rest SJ because the tail end of the season, if we manage to get a couple of, I don't know, again it's speculation, but if we get a couple of halves that can step up and cover for, I don't know, even give them a 2-week break, let them heal up.
Bro, I think we need to take one game, right? Try and win these that next game. Honestly, I know you're thinking that ahead in the future. I don't think we've got that luxury at the moment.
Right now, we need a win.
We need a win. We need 3 points. 2 points, sorry. We need to be able to. I don't care how we win. bloody
We need
ice it
a
in
win.
the ice it in the 80, bloody get whatever, just get a win.
Yep. Get some confidence in the fucking belt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far out. There's some big fucking it round 14. What a killer.
I think we might have a Sione. We might have a Sione, a fellow called Tony T in the comments. He says, rumor is SJ is having a rest this week, and because Jet is over for the weekend and has his boots, he's got
yeah, chuck the young fella in the lion's den, bro. Fuck it.
How old is he? 16, 17?
17.
19.
Keeps changing the age. Age keeps changing whenever, I don't know how old he is. Keeps changing.
Do you reckon Webby and fucking Ivan Cleary got something going on there? Because, like, we get the fish.
Oh, they're mates.
Now we get Jet Cleary. Do you think, I'm thinking Ivan must ring him and be like, brother, got this mean, my boy, because he might not get much game time. I'm going to send it. I'm sure he just rings him and be like, brother, I've got these mean players coming in. I'll send them your way.
I also don't want our club to turn into a feeder club for people that come over for some work experience. Those ones. I want to go for some work experience, do my apprenticeship, and go to the real job. That's what I don't want our club to turn into, if that's the case.
Well, after Harold Matthews Cup, mate, they'll be circling us, I'll tell you that.
100%.
It's already happening, I reckon. Every single parent of every single child on that team is probably getting lined up to have a bit of a meeting. Come and have a hooey.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Kia ora.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I'm not worried. Yeah, I mean, Knights. I mean, I don't think they're a great team anyway, the Knights, to be honest. I just think that young fullback just showed up mean for them. And
there's quality throughout their team, though.
Right,
it's a bit like us.
He actually kind of plays a little bit like Kalen Ponga, just really nifty on his feet, fast,
Has a dig.
Yeah, definitely. So he's,
Is Cogger,
Is
Cogger playing or
no?
And it's their home game too.
Hastings a gamble again.
Yeah, Hastings. They dropped them and had Tyson Gamble and Jackson Hastings, and Jackson Hastings actually played a really good game too.
All right.
His defense was on.
Okay. Bradman Best.
He did all right on the weekend.
Oh,
and just a couple of summits.
Greg Martin.
was mean. Fuck, he was mean too. But I've always liked Gags. I think
he's quality.
He's a mean centre.
He might be there, Master, because it looked like he pulled up with some injury at the end of it. But besides the team, I think the thing for me is that for the last 2 weeks I've been like, fuck, it's just the Dragons, it's just the Titans, and I'm like, oh no, now these Knights look like they're Penrith to me at the moment because just the way we're playing, So I guess
they're all looking like Penrith to me at the moment.
My thing is, I don't think, when we think about the next games after the Roosters and Penrith, I feel like they're in the top echelon, and Knights wouldn't be, in my opinion. But I feel like every game we just got to treat it like we got to win this one that's in front of us,
And just experiment with that ball. You see it with Penrith, you see it with Brisbane. They do it, and so do Melbourne. Those top three teams do it heaps, where they just, like I said, keep that ball moving, man. Keep it moving. Sharkies are doing it well now, not just relying on their edge back, their outside backs to score a lot of their tries, but you've just got to keep that ball in motion when it's in play, eh?
And when we have done that this year, when we have done those things this year, we've scored points from it.
Yeah, and a lot of points too, 30 points. And you've got to, man. You're not going to open up a defensive line by
doing the same
same way or doing the same play or putting, using the same plays. You're not going to find those gaps. You have to, that's my opinion anyway. You have to keep that fucking ball moving and, suss out that defensive line and catch them out.
Well, to talk on that, I want to make you guys really excited about this. I'm just looking at Newcastle weather, and it looks like it's raining on the Sunday. So, another element added to it. And if you guys remember when it was bucketing down a couple of weeks ago, fuck.
Yeah, they played amazing in the absolute torrential rain against the Rabbitohs?
And they were at home, weren't they? Oh, were they?
Who did they play against? They played against. Yeah, I don't know who they played against.
Wasn't it St. George? Yeah,
it was.
I'm sure it was.
So it's got precipitation 80%. So it's definitely raining.
Man,
another question here for Rangatira Tuare. Do you think all these signings throwing the boys off? Nope.
No.
There's only one big signing that's on the field, which is RTS at the moment, because
everyone else is injured.
Everyone else is not on the field.
Some mean runs though in that game. He had some fucking really good runs. In that game, and it was good too. And that's what he needs to do. He just needs to come in, like when he can read the play prop. Come in, right? Haramai. Come into the middle and step around them, because they freak out. The defenders do. They're like, "Fuck, which way is this guy gonna go?"
Yeah, I guess the flip side to that though is like the good centers, and it happened to us. Unfortunately, it happened to Dallin, but the good centers know how to draw those two defenders in and create a gap.
Yeah, exactly.
And Roger's not there yet. Roger's looking for gaps. If he straightened up and just punched their line, and I mean, this is just me, but the good centers know how to do that, and they time it just right. So yeah, that sidestepping and stuff that he does. I mean, yeah, it's entertainment. It's entertainment plus. Until they shut it down, So it's like, yeah, do it, but the timing for it, you've got to get the timing just right. And he did do some really good runs. He done some mean runs on the weekend.
I agree with you, Neil. It's just the timing's a bit off, eh? But
Sunday, but a big game, whānau. It's come to that time of the kōrero. Where we need to make a bit of a prediction. Who wrote down last week's ones? Anyway, I just want to talk amongst yourselves. I want to see if I wrote them down.
Oh yeah, I don't have it on me.
I think I did. Where are they?
Where did I write that?
No, I don't. Sorry, Whānau. No, I didn't write them down.
Well, while we're waiting, bro. And everyone knows anyway, but congratulations to the Warriors under-17s. Harrod Matthews in their inaugural year. Take it out, and it's just those like, boys, bro,
buzzing.
That's yeah, and good on them too. They only just snuck in to the playoffs, and the two teams they beat on the way to the final, I think it was the Eels and the Doggies, or Doggies and Eels, were undefeated.
Yeah.
And then they just smoked I think it was the Magpies they played in the final, and it's just like, man, congratulations, boys. That was well deserved.
Love to watch that replay if it's floating around. I think you have to pay for it or something. So
serious?
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I'd love to watch that replay if it's floating around.
Yeah, but good on them. Good on those young fellas. And it sets an awesome benchmark. The young fellas are just like we this is what we done, man. This is what we're aiming for.
Amazing.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, I just far out. I think I might just send my score predictions and through to our group chat tomorrow. So
just so you guys know,
just wait for that team list to come out.
Just so you guys know, we are 12th, Knights are 13th.
Yep.
Eels are 14th, Tigers are 15th, Titans 16th, Rabbitohs last. Ooh, it's getting tight from that 9 to 15, Whānau. It's getting nice.
There's like 5 teams that are on 8 points. Fucking.
At least we're not the Rabbitohs. Hey.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Touch wood.
Early days, bro.
What's that?
It's early days.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and that game against the Dragons, I don't know where I'm going, but anyway, that's the biggest deficit since.
That's going to hurt them for the rest of the season.
Yeah, even that
because
one.
they are down 60 points, so they're above us.
Wait, where?
No, Dragons point differential. They're negative 60, but they're above. Oh no!
But we're not in the negative shit, are we?
No, we're still in the positive. So that's positive. We got the same. Wow, Doggies. We got the same points differential as the Doggies. How The
Which is
cookies
what?
up there. 17.
Oh, gee, we're running out.
So as long as we don't get smoked.
It's like demerit points when they start going down. It's like demerit points.
Demerit points on your license.
Start ticking off.
Even the Raiders are down 16. So even though we're, like you say, Tans is like 5 teams all on 8 and we're only on 7. As long as we can keep that positive point differential, then we're good.
But see, that's what I mean. If we can get a good win this week, we'll be in the 8 again anyway, because it just depends on all the other games. But yeah,
I don't know
got some huge games coming up, and
huge. Like you said, Damien, we just need a win. We just need a 2-point win.
I hope the boys had a holistic approach to their weekend and just sat in there.
Well, like smoke loads of weed.
Yeah, just sat there and was
whatever medicine helps. Bro.
Everyone is gonna relax over there, boys.
Not too relaxed.
I'm just gonna say, how funny is it? We're playing Warriors maths at the start of the season.
Bro, we have to now. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice, bro.
Yeah.
There's no choice about this.
The choice is we got to win 17 or whatever it is on the road. 17 until the end. That's our choice. But far out, we're already playing maths. Not this again.
There's a reason, bro. There's a reason we're getting our calculators out. Now, I know no one's admitting that it's panic stations. I know, and like no one's doing that.
This is a must-win game. Actually,
these next 4 games are not looking good.
No, I mean, fuck. Yeah.
All right, I'll kick off proceedings, right?
Awesome.
And I won't be surprised if we go down to the Knights. Not be negative, just throwing it out there. All right, I'm just being real with you. Just giving it to you straight. That does not mean that I'm not going to back the Warriors, though.
Nice.
I'm still going to back the Warriors. I would not be surprised if we go down. Oh, so last week I was like, it's going to be a 2-point game. But it was a 3-point game. I think I had it at like 18-16 or something ridiculous like that. I'm going again with a 2-point game. I'm going to go 26-28.
All right.
And I hope it's not one of those games where we're chasing the freaking game again and relying on some magic and relying on a kick and someone getting, all that magic stuff is great.
Or relying on a fucking Egan run from dummy half.
Just relying on something to happen for 35 minutes is so stressful.
Yeah, it is.
Execution, my bro. Execution. The boys execute when they need to, and they'll come up trumps.
It'll be nice if it wasn't that, but a win would just be perfect. Don't care how it is, but 26. What did I say? 26-24. I'm actually going to write this one down. So anyone else can jump in. If you don't want to jump in, out.
Oh, 26-28?
Jump in.
26-24.
26-24. Okay. Warriors, eh?
Yep.
Happy to go next.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
I'm gonna first say, I do tipping and actually my online tips are probably bad, but I actually look at the games and go, oh, who do I think are gonna win? I'll be honest, it's quite easy doing the other games, but when it comes to the Warriors, it's like fuck, like it's just kind of depends on. Well, it's just like what type of Warriors team's gonna show up, because I feel like other teams are quite easy to predict. And it's just been a bit hard to predict our Warriors. But I do think we can win this game. I do think it might be a low scoring affair given the rain, but again, trust our Warriors to make this a 40-point game probably. But I'm gonna go 18-14 to the Warriors. And to be honest, I'm just putting those numbers out there. I have no the Warriors have not given me not necessarily confidence, but just none of it makes sense entirely. Yes, injuries, yes, things are not working out, but there's just a lot more things that are happening with other teams where you can kind of predict the next venture. And the Warriors could easily win this and then get pumped by 40, just depending on who shows up. So yeah, 18-14 to the boys, but
18-14.
We'll go there.
Yeah, and I'll just toe talk what you said, bro. We've actually got a couple of Warriors teams that come out. And it depends on different times of the games as well as to which Warriors team come out. for 10 minutes in that game against the Titans, we look like a premiership winning team. For a good 20 minutes, we look like, wooden spooners. But yeah, we've got a couple of things going on in the team, and Webby and the boys, hopefully they're gonna figure out this puzzle. Because
okay, I'll give it a go. I'm not surprised if we go to Golden Point.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't be surprised if we go to Golden Point, to be honest. 18.
Really 18.
Yeah, 3 tries apiece.
18 all.
Yeah, I think. Wow, and whoever gets the field goal the next try, but I'm thinking we might go to Golden Point.
I hope you're wrong. I don't want us boys to go to any more Golden Points for a wee while. They're going to be pretty. They're pretty knackered as it is. But yeah.
Who kicks their conversions now? Is it Gecko? I can't remember. But anyway, because conversions counts, right? That's so important. If you got a shit kicker, then mate. But anyway, yeah.
So if we go to Golden Point, if we go to Golden Point, 18 all, and you reckon the Warriors 18-19?
Yeah.
This gay guy doing their kicking.
Yeah, I think so. I might have to. I can't. Because who else kicks for them? You got Gamble. Oh, Hastings. I can't remember. But anyway, there's my thing. Golden Point at 18, and we'll get the field goal.
Yeah.
I'll go next, eh?
Chip.
Based on absolutely nothing. 20-8 Warriors.
20-8.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, bro.
That would be a statement, bro.
Yep.
I know
we are back.
Yeah. Well, it would be that we only held them to 8 points, and we scored 20.
Yep.
That would be a statement.
I reckon that it'll be this weekend's game will be based on defense, bro.
All right. So I think I'm the only one still to go. My score prediction is going to be real similar to Ty's. I think this is going to be a real dirty, scrappy, ugly game, but I think the Warriors will win by 4. I'm going 20 points to 16.
Sure.
Nice.
Like ugly as a
ugly win, but a win is all we need.
Yeah, you watch that game and go, these aren't premiership, these aren't title winning teams by that ugliness, by the messiness, by the mistakes, but like we've said, right, we just need those points.
Just need a win.
I will say this. It will make me happy. But if they go and blow them out by 40, it'll piss me off because I'll be like, where the fuck was that the last 2 weeks?
I understand 1000% what you just said right then, bro. Like the headline will look amazing, but deep inside I'll be like, what is going on? I'm confused. I'll be confused even more if we blow them out by 40 points. I'd be worried that we did, and I'll be going, well, they obviously didn't play that well, and that's going to set us up for the Roosters going into I understand what you're saying, bro.
I think that's why I was so happy when I saw the Dragons go fresh, because they stick it to us, and straight off the cuff they would have walked into that game thinking, we're up, we're up for it.
Tails would have been up hard,
and then they go
humbled. They got humbled.
So that's why I was very happy with that result.
Wouldn't it help for them when Moses Sully got knocked the fuck out in the first tackle that week, bro?
That looks sore.
Why Hargraves, bro?
Yeah, bro.
But
went up against the big dog. It's like, woo!
It wasn't Hargraves' fault in any way. It was the way that Sully went in.
Yeah, I think his teammate accidentally pushed him into
it.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, they all went to go for it, and then it looked like one shoulder bumped the other shoulder. Head's bumping the head.
Bro, that didn't look good, eh? I hope the young fella's okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Many have tried to go through Warrior Hargraves. Many have failed.
Yeah. I was going to say too, bro, those next 4 rounds, they're all Sunday games. And the very last one is at Mount Smart, which is the week before the bye. So that's not too bad for our boys.
They're not coming home for a while.
Yeah, so they're over there for the first three. Yeah, and then their last game, the Dolphins game, is at Mount Smart Media Stadium. So, yeah,
it's a bit of travel, like going from Newcastle to Central Sydney, and then from Central Sydney up to Suncorp, right, for Magic Round.
Yeah,
quite a bit of travel, and then flying back over to home. You're gonna either come back.
I saw a post on Facebook today, the other day. Someone threw up the traveling times of the teams. We spent 100 hours in the air this season.
Yeah. Oh, the Warriors always do it hard with the travel.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's nothing new.
Unless they get a Perth-based team, no one's ever going to do it as hard as we do. Right? Oh, actually, it'll probably will be worse for us. We'll travel twice as far. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, that's us, Wano. That's different moods, eh? Different moods.
Right. We'll be better next week, bro.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you.
I love your positivity, Damien.
Yeah.
I got my belt on for the roller coaster. It's on.
Yeah,
you're gonna need it, bro.
I got my mouth guard. I might actually wear my mouth guard when I watch the game.
I'll be self-medicating before the game to go into the roller coaster.
Hey man, it wouldn't be a Warriors game if there wasn't a little bit of unpredictability.
Got my son's headgear. I might just strap this on when I watch the games from now on and just like
your own safety.
You might be using the headgear to go into the TV.
Shit, bro.
I'm amazed we've all still got TVs after fucking half the games we've seen.
Hey,
we'll
be okay.
Yeah,
keep the faith.
Yeah.
Gotta write it out.
Oh yeah, bro. Absolutely,
keep the faith.
Absolutely. And Webby, we trust.
And Webby, we trust. So
yeah, man.
Boys, rest up.
Trust everybody.
Mano, rest up. Yeah, and I'll probably see you guys on the group chat. Definitely right about that.
Nice.
4:05 p.m. Next Sunday. So appreciate it.
Bro. Go the fucking Warriors.
Go the fucking Warriors.
Yeah, bro.
Warriors all day, baby.
Peace.
Thank you.